The knife round, it seems. We haven't seen a knife round in a while.
We haven't. I'm not going to do it.
What do you think about knife rounds? Do you think it's the best way to do it? Do you think a simple coin toss would be more beneficial? In terms of the pure 50-50 factor, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a 50-50 factor of a coin toss certainly does. Like, there's teams that are, like, and specific players that are definitely better at knifing, whether they just put more time into it or they naturally understand it more. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I used to not like it, but where it's a best of two,
I just think
you kind of have. Well, you could do one team gets you pick map, I get side.
For me, yeah, for me. I like it just in terms of like for new people who don't understand it. They're watching the game, they walk in and say, "What the hell? They're running with knives and stuff." Just get rid of the knife thing. Just do it heads or tails. And yeah, I think like you get the choice then. You ever get to choose which side you want to start first or which map start, something like that. Like it does in sports. Like I guess like. We need to, like,
I forget that they come back to us.
Come back to us. No warning.
I was checking the Score Esports app.
You were.
That's what I was doing.
I don't think they're here, but yeah.
That's fine. That's all I was
You're just an
checking.
ambassador all the time.
No, that's Machine. Don't confuse us again.
Well, then we are into this one. SK Gaming. Starting on the CT side here. There is going to be a lot of aggression there towards the lower ramp. And pretty much everywhere. But it's fair to get the first kill. olofmeister quickly answers back there towards the underpass.
And look at the presence on Catwalk already from SK. These guys want to make sure that they negate any mid-presence from fnatic. Fallen gets called in for aid from Connector. They had a two-man stack, one watching the windows of apartments and another one facing out toward mid. Although they do lose the first kill and Twist is able to follow up, that could thwart the possibility of holding them off, and they're going to go on to the B as well. Bomb's already inside of the apartments. They've rotated back in to continue trying to contest this mid-play, and Twist might do it alone. He's got Cold in his sights next, and the Glock, he's got to go for the reload. He's trying to turn his head away so the hitbox is smaller, and he's run out of ammo, Cold. He will finally capitalize on Twist. 2 versus 2, but they're still outside of the site. Bomb planted, and both players know that at least one is coming off from middle. That's Cold on Cat.
Twist did such a good job delaying them at this point. Bomb's ticking away. Yes, they have a kit, but still have 2 kills to find here. I don't think this is possible for SK. Maybe they can find 2 very quick kills. It'd be a complete fumble for fnatic give away at this point. But here we go then. fnatic with the opportunity, can't get a kill just yet. Time really is starting to tick away now. Venton challenging from the window as well. They're playing this perfectly. fnatic doing a very good job so far. Pretty much last chance to go for the defuse here. They get 1 kill, but that's going to be it. Cold Zera won't have time to defuse at this point. So a good effort, but like I said, fnatic playing it very nicely overall. After getting toward the B site, it was just too much of a big task there for the CTs to rotate in, find 2 kills, and defuse a bomb, although they did get the kills. Half the job done.
Well, half the job, but that doesn't really matter in the pistol. Sure, you get a little bit extra frag money, perhaps, by getting all 5 of them down, but bomb does go the way of fnatic, and that'll start them off with momentum against SK. Keeps the AWPs out of the hands of both Fallen and Cold. Mostly Fallen. Well, Fallen on a scout.
Fallen on a scout. Fleur on towards that little shotgun there. It's going to be the max 7.
That line on the wall is so indicative for where the crosshair placement should be for a headshot as well on that position at A main.
Oh, yeah.
So the scout is actually really threatening there because it's quite easy. All you have to do is worry about left and right. Rather, you have to worry about your x-axis instead of your y-axis. I probably got that backwards. You know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It means you don't have to change the level, just not the height.
Vertical.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it's going to be frags exchange for now. fnatic are aware of Scout is in the hands of Fallen. Quite a scary prospect, I have to say. Fair with the max 7, as we mentioned before. This mid control comes in, a smoke towards Connector, just flashing towards the window as well. Just trying to work out if there is any CT presence in these key areas. Not going to find anything so far. Looks like a beast will be coming in. They make the right towards Shaw, but Cold Zera's waiting there. Sees that in hand. Gets the first headshot, but tries to get away. Tries he might, he can't. Twist takes him down.
Taco got 2 facing him down. He was trying to dance on the edge of danger and find a kill, but couldn't do it. Micro will capitalize on Fur, who goes for the jumping shotgun. Fallen does get the scout in position. It's only a 1-man advantage right now for fnatic as well, so if he gets another pick on the way through, this could be a problem for them. And FNX does have a deagle. No armor on either player, though. And that headshot from Twist was convincing. Fallen's going to bail. They have to. CT side, you're not going to be able to buy anything in the 3rd round if you want to buy, convincingly and with utility on the 4th. So keep the scout. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly better than nothing. Fallen does find a frag there, but ultimately, fnatic doing a decent job there. Didn't have to work too hard to get the presence they needed. Smoke towards Connect, like I said. Flash in as well. Check that area. Keep an angle. Watching towards the window area so you can get your players up towards short. B-split comes in. Yes, Fallen gets a shot with the scout. Cold Zera does some good work with the CZ, but like we said, Dennis took him down in the end. And Twist, he seems to be hitting some impressive shots so far. 3 players stay alive for fnatic, but the scout does for Fallen as well. Problem is his teammates can't really justify forcing with him as well. I think FNX with 3k. He probably can bring a pistol to the party. Round number 3 comes in. fnatic, after losing their pick train, coming into the home turf of SK Gaming. pistol picked up and getting the second round force by negating that as well. It's a huge bonus going forward after they lost both pistols on train as well.
Fallen just firing into the smoke. Why not? Good point about the pistols on train. You always make such informative points, Henry. It's Fallen. Was climbing. Stairwell over at A. Just look toward Palace. Quick peek toward A main as well. No information gathered from it. But that's, of course, because no one is there. Bit of a stack inside of the A site as well. We've got both Cold and FNX up close in shadow, and then inside of the site, just beyond them at the default. Double stack. It's, if I'm not mistaken, Fur that's there. So all of the Fs on A. Oh, I'll take that back. Cold's there. What am I saying? It's not going to be
Take it back. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Scouts, pretty much the only chance City's have got anything to do with this situation. They're going to have a nice little stack on the A side, so maybe a couple of kills can come in. Should be a Fnatic round, though, as Twist comes in once again, opens up the round. It's going to be him getting the second as well. He's just taking all the kills here, but Fallen! That's the Scout. That's what we wanted to see. 2 headshots as he manages to bring it to a 3-on-2.
I thought I was getting ready to call for the third. Walking in from Connector, they had no information, so the 2 players at Shadow never looked at that direction. FNX just got taken down from Twist without even being spotted, but Fallen hitting 2 headshots.
That gives him another $600 here. So,
and now it's a glass cannon as a result.
Yeah, that actually, I don't think he could buy an AWP up without those 2 kills, so that's actually pretty cool he managed to do it. So, nice work from Fallen. Gets himself a glass cannon, but yes, it's going to be very impactful kills, just thinking about it in that sense. So here we go, then round number 4 comes in. Certainly a glass cannon for Fallen. Where's he going to be going with this weapon? Actually going to be holding A by himself. A lot of AWPers will take that towards the mid-window to kick things off, but obviously it's a position that's smoked out heavily at the start of the round. A default for now from Fnatic. The bomb's going to be towards lower ramp. It's going to be the hands of Dennis. Twist joining him in the Palace area as well. It's just to be a very classic devo for Fnatic. 2 underpass, 1 holding mid. Just trying to feel out the map to spot if there is any CT aggression coming into the start. And then at that point, try and check the challenges. It's going to be FNX though. First encounter. He's backed up by Fur though. It's a nice little setup for them, but Vented might have to drop on them.
Doesn't even see. Nearly gets caught out by it. Necro there to trade, but for the secondary position, like you say, caught off guard. They were not necessarily the first man that went in and Vented, but in the end, it is SK to capitalize. Fallen's got an AWP. He's got Molotov beside him. Smoke immediately deployed. I don't think the flames will reach. They definitely do not. And he could sit comfortably, although probably a little bit warm under his collar. For those to extinguish and wait for the bomb plant inside of the A site. Tries to fire into the smoke, can't land it, but Olaf has to get off the plant because he's vulnerable and susceptible to a second shot coming through. Trying to cover off Connector as well is Dennis, but he's walled down by Fallen, and Taco closes the round. They lost Fur and all of that, but not a big deal. And I think this map is where we're going to start to see some heroism, some crazy plays that'll bring up the hype, because it's been very fundamental throughout the day and chaotic. It's either been very good executions or someone making a mistake that tilts the round.
Yeah, no one's really delivered any kind of like really beautiful CS. It's got like a huge clutch or just a really well executed tactic. It's all been quite sloppy and quite standard. You're right today, I have to say. Nothing really too hype. You don't want to feign the hype, so it's certainly coming in this tournament, that's for sure. But still, a nice round there from SK Gaming. They pick up the first gun round. Very standard round from Fnatic overall in terms of the default they brought to the table. They will have enough to buy up into round number 5. You can see it's 5 AKs there. That's what we want to see from the CTs though. Keep applying the pressure. They're doing this on train, to be fair, towards that inner area. We saw it time and time again, pushing that lower ramp for better or worse, but this time they're not going to fully commit. Just checking out for some early information. A lot of teams these days sometimes throw in the set piece at the start of the round. That's just flashing over, having a look, seeing if you can shut down just 1 kill and fall back, and maybe what the set piece that Fnatic had in mind, but they don't find it. It's going to be another default coming in. 1 player holding towards middle. No one actually pushing towards the underpass just yet for Terrorists. It's going to be holding back. Very similar situation, just much slower than what we saw in the previous round.
Fallen. I like this. Just up, down, up, down, down, up. I had it backwards. Trying to figure out where he's going to get peeked from first. 2 in the underpass. Does give potential toward a boost. No one in window right now to stop that. Benton's made a little bit of noise. Not sure if Fallen would have spotted it or not. Flash through, and he gets in from the left side, which catches Fallen off. Doesn't quite see it. Fenton's able to get the headshot. FNX is going to have to fall back slightly on this. Or is he? Because he wants to get aggressive. They've already taken over Connector. There's nowhere to return inside of the site. He's got the bomb in front of him. This could be big. Bomb down, swap to an AK, hold it off. Now, he can't necessarily hold the corner directly because he's going to have 2 players facing him at the same time, but them going after the bomb and being in a 2 versus 3 is going to allow the rotation to come back in from CT, and Cold's got position. They've also brought Taco back in, and Cold, I said it, had position, is going to catch them out. Taco closes it, but it's Cold that does the damage to start it off, and it's 2 for SK on the bounce.
I guess the FNX in that position, right? Yes, he's dropped the bomb, and I guess is the idea at that point. He could challenge and go down and potentially give them an equal situation going back there. He keeps the advantage. He's got the pinch on them still. Yes, he doesn't deny the bomb being picked up, but his teammates, they've got enough time to get into positions to stop them rotating, and the time was ticking away. So in that sense, yes, he could have challenged it, but still, I actually really like that decision from him overall. It's quite a safe bet to win the round, not get the flashiest play. And that's what they do. SK Gaming get 2 in a row. It's broken the economy of fnatic here. Just Glocks, 1 P250. That's all they've got to work with. And FNX, this is when SK they start to get into 5th gear now. They're pushing every single round, looking for those initial kills to kick things off. Even though they know it's a full EK, they don't really need to take these risks, but they just want to keep applying that pressure. FNX now going to be finding Olofmeister, sprays him down. First kill comes in their favor.
FNX knows there's more in that position at the horseshoe as well. And that they won't have weapons, so he'll tap away toward the doorway at apartments. Now another head presents itself. He'll snap that clean off of Wenthin's body. He's got his teammate coming up to help him, but he wants all the kills. Get away, Fur. How dare you? Twist does make it inside of the A site with an AWP. Smartly, they know that position's given up, so smoke off toward connector. The AWP can't pick them off. And with the bomb down at horseshoe, a minute to work with, sure. Twist is really just fighting for survival at this point. Does pick up a kill on Cold. If he gets another one fast enough, no. This round could be underway, and now it is. Fur's gone. They can't afford to pursue any further. They've got to watch the bomb back at horseshoe. Twist will know that. 47 seconds to work with.
Still could do this.
Definitely can.
This is actually kind of scary for SK Gaming. 35 seconds remaining. He's found 3 kills already. This would be an ace clutch on an eco for Twist. He's got the AWP in hand, his preferred weapon. The CTs are separated as well.
Thunder as well right now.
I like it.
They've added it. I feel like it's emphasized
here. Imagine that in the
here.
stadium as well, just feeling that vibration coming through every time you hear it go off.
Well, he's got the bomb picked up. That's half the objective done. 20 seconds. They're going to concede catwalk. Oh, this is so smart. Twist, they think he's going to be. They're already rotating back through the window room. They've heard him, though. And FNX is getting in a position to try and deny.
The timing.
Twist gets in behind the box. No, he's open. Oh, he just isn't behind it. I don't think the shoulder's showing, so he's got it down. AWP in hand. Flash over top. He hits the shot. If that goes in, then it's really on the jump as well. Nearly gets FNX. Goes for the wide peek, and Taco. He'll take it back. But the ace was a very real possibility for Twist for a moment.
Just everything was aligning for him there. As he comes into the ace site, he's detected. I thought he was absolutely done there. His timings as he jumps towards the bomb site, he manages to get a plant down. And yes, a very real possibility of that ace coming to life. That would have been so sick. The hype we were talking about before, that certainly would have been delivered in that situation. Not meant to be, though. The bomb goes down. Still a very promising round for fnatic. Means he gets an extra $800. He gets 3 kills. Doesn't survive, unfortunately, but still sends out a message to SK Gaming. The Twist is starting to warm up here. It's round number 7. Will we see this continued aggression from the SK side? It's going to be FNX towards the window. Molotoving towards those boxes, denying them to cross over towards mid. It looks like more of a B-focused attack this time for fnatic. Lekro has the option to push through there, decides against it, and they'll be slowing things down. Probably go back into a more traditional eco default at this point. A nice sort of boost can come in from this smoke there. Cold Zero, we're going out on top. With the assistance of Taco. Fortunately, no terrorists on the other side. So, oh, falls off. So, yeah, probably fall back at this point. They're off the gate.
Yeah. No, never mind. Gave up B-side to do that. Thankfully, no push through from fnatic. At least from their perspective, SK's perspective. Lekro is standing for a default to cover off anyone pushing up. Bomb waiting at T-spawn as well. And Lekro, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, just threw the window smoke from the courtyard. Sounds like it bounced low. I can't see it, but I think that may have failed on the window. Either way, it's for Ruse. No, it didn't. Okay, so it is above Venthin's head. And now they'll go for a boost. So full mid-execution based off, or mid-control, excuse me, based off of this boost inside the window. The smoke will cover Lekro to get in the corner. No one going to contest just yet. Instead, it's double play down from SK in connector. FNX and Fur once more flash in. Venthin tries to find him with an 8 out. Fur almost caught, jumps around, tries to get away, and he is going to go down in the end to the M4. As Dennis gets in a position to bait in his teammate, Lekro and him set up a crossfire. Fur and FNX will go down before they can retreat back to the A site, and that opens it up for the bomb. Lekro again. Taco down inside of the flames. Everyone in connector getting caught off, and Lekro finds the headshot on Cold Zero through the vent. It's all down to Fallen, 1 versus 3. CT stares, and they know now he's surely got to be in that position because they've covered everywhere else on the map. If he's going to rotate, if he was going to contest before his teammates went down, that's where he would surely be. And Dennis is waiting for him to cross back to try and save as well. He's smart enough that he should be able to figure that out and get the op ready to cross, and Dennis playing passively. I don't think they'll try and steal the op from him, but a great round from Lekro.
Yeah. Olofmeister has been bigging up these younger talents now for a while. Since they joined the team, he said they're not superstars now, but they have certainly got the potential to be so. If Lekro can deliver rounds like that against SK Gaming, he might be onto something there. Poor day for Lecro yesterday, but that was something really sick. He gets another kill there as well. 4 kills with the AK-47. And a round where SK Gaming are looking strong as well. They've got that lovely setup towards the connector there. It's Fer and FNX working with great synergy there. One's facing, one's hiding. It's taking the attention away from each other. It's really beautiful to watch, but what can you do when Lecro's actually blasting you like that? He was the player boosted up as well, comes out of jungle at the correct time and shuts down SK Gaming. Look at what it's done to them as well. That's now going to be pretty much a full eco for the Brazilian side. Deagles and PT50, that's it. Coldzera has got some head armor with the CZ, but Lecro delivers and gives fnatic the lead as well.
And he'll sit again inside of the apartments. That's where he started off the last round as well, making sure no one was going to push through. Straightforward for fnatic once more. This time 3 inside a horseshoe rather than coming out from underpass with that smoke thrown from Lecro. FNX is going to face on this with Deagle. Nearly caught them with their pants down as the nades are being thrown toward the window. Or for us, I should say, at the start of this one, caught with their shirt undone.
Yes.
As Dennis is going to find FNX, though, as he goes for a re-peek back up middle with that Deagle. Taco hugging the wall at the corner on Cat has Coldzera to play off of. Nifty little crossfire, I have to say, considering its decent positions and distances for those pistols to capitalize on, but no one really heading that direction right now. Bomb slowly going back over toward A, but look at the position as well from Fallen.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting at this moment, but we'll see whether we can do anything with it. Problem is, Deagle and his timing has to be completely on point at this point. You can see actually who's rotating in. That's going to be Lecro. He's got his knife out, making a ton of noise. It's an opportunity for Fallen to face in that position. Maybe just wait and bide his time and see how this one unfolds for him. Here we go.
Oh, Fallen's gone. The Molotov inside of the site. Worst timing. It's kind of frustrating, but nothing you can do about it. Dennis will take down for pretty straightforward now. Pistol's not able to find much. It's the 2 remaining players from Catwalk that had the cross set. Taco gone. Down towards CT, and Cold still inside that ladder room. Trying to do what damage he can. That's going to make enough noise that Twist knows exactly where he is. Olaf on 1 HP and all of this has to kind of sit by and just wait for this to end because he can't afford to do anything against it if he wants to keep the AK up and build the money forward. Cold is really just dragging this out as long as possible. The Flames shuffle him up the ladder, and he's still not going to peek.
Well, he has got head armor at this point. He's trying to stay alive. Looks like they know exactly where he is, and there it is. Twist will get the final shot there. And fnatic actually taking quite a considerable lead now. It's going to be 5-3. Money won't be fantastic for the CTs overall. They invested a little bit into that round. We'll see whether they can bring the orbs out. I'm unable to check for you as of yet. It's going to be the shot there of fnatic, looking composed overall. See, Fenton is in the middle. As we go into this one, though, going to be all purchase. Okay, so they are slightly limited here. You can see SK, no kits. One player on a UMP as well. Aggressive, I like this though. We said they were relentless towards middle. It's Furlick for that first shot against Olaf Meister as well. What a duel that is. And who's going to come out on top? It will be Olaf. 5 on 4 now for the terrorists. And they're going to be capitalizing. Straight in towards B they go.
Taco does let a Molotov loose inside of the apartments, but they jump by it. They're down the window, and he can't do anything with the UMP. It's Cold. Reverse from Cat, who does find Twist. That distracts long enough to allow FNX back through Checker. You talked about that duel with Olaf. It's going to be so frustrating. Good flames thrown from Lecro as Cold commits to the fight, but then backs away. 12 HP for him. Bombs in front of the pillar between the 2 arches at Catwalk, but that gives them a man advantage, and FNX is going to try and rotate all the way back around from this. Remember, he already found a kill from Checkers at one point in time, and now he's taking a whole different approach to work with Fallen back in the site.
No kits now. The bomb's down. 3 players to find. Fallen smoked out position, but he's going to be pushing straight through. But what a shot that was. Okay, maybe I got a bit excited. It wasn't Lecro who turned around.
Either way, it was still a nicely placed bullet.
Yeah.
I did like the emphasis.
It would have been sick. Can you imagine if he got that shot? It looked like it, right?
I think FNX concedes at this point in time to try and save the AWP. And just to go back, I mean, that fight with Olaf, Fer was so close to hitting the headshot twice, and he caught the shoulder once, and the second one just barely missed. That's so frustrating with the M4.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially because Olaf only hit 1 bullet, and that just happened to be the headshot.
Was like, I was saying, like, what a tantalizing duel that is. Like, 2 of the biggest names in the game going up against each other in a 1v1, but it was quite a sloppy duel overall. Olaf Meister coming out on top, though, and you could see his team react. And as soon as he gets that pick, he shut down mid-aggression, right? That suggests there's going to be 2, maybe 3 players backing him up in that aggressive push towards mid. B's going to be weak at that point. They capitalize. A really nice call from them. They get towards the B apartments as quickly as you like and into that side. Then you find 1 player waiting for them. And it's a really nice round overall from fnatic there. SK Gaming do save weaponry, though. They're going to have an AWP save. FNX is on the UMP, a couple of CZs, so not fully forcing into this one. Just going to try and keep the money a little bit more honest going forward. But 6-3 now, potentially 7 for fnatic is, if you look at the situation for both teams, they're fallen. He starts to deliver here. Smoke works in his favor, and he takes that on off Meister this time.
Twist inside of the smoke. Bottom of connector. It is Cold Zero again playing toward that ladder room, but he's just got the CZ75. Actually, take that back. He's not in ladder directly. He's below the window, so he's actually inside of the main window room, hugging the right wall. Fallen's going to go back through the vent over toward B. And that might be the right call, because slowly they're getting onto catwalk. They've got Wenton covering off inside of the A site. Smoke in front of jungle as well, which means they can cross over. No threat potential from that position. Dennis, let's get the moves. See him on the dance floor at the after party. Fallen's going to make sure he may not be there. Twist goes down, but nice shot from Dennis. Doubly so, takes down Taco as well. He's definitely got the moves. And Cold's still in this. He's trying to be clever, but he's found out by Dennis, who's now got a hat trick. Bomb going to go down in his hands, and it's a 2 versus 2. AK for Fur, but no armor, and a UMP for FNX does have armor, but no kit on either of them. So Fur's got to basically hit a first shot on the way through with the aim punch. A factor does spot Dennis up, but he's not going to take the fight. Doesn't need to. He's got the information. That's good enough for them to play off of with time in their favor. And Lecro's going to try and get himself in a better position, but Dennis is up to 4. And Fur, they know where he is on catwalk. Flash goes out. He's able to dodge that. Dennis not in a position to peek just yet. Second flash also dodged, and it's Lecro to rob him. Either way, they win the round.
Dennis in form is such a scary prospect there. It looked like Fallen had tied the round up. He finds 3 kills with the AWP. He's everywhere for them. He's towards middle. He's window. He's in B. Finding frags all over the place. But Dennis recovers the round for them and manages to, with the help towards Lecro towards the end there as well, clear it back up in a 2 versus 4, I think it was towards the end. Dennis was doing fantastic work there. AK-47 master, it seems, as we go into round number 11. Look at the money still for SK. They're on the ropes there. A scout comes out for Fallen this time, 4 and 4s. They have got 1 kit between them, but this will be a set piece from fnatic. I actually like this quite a lot, you know. They haven't done it at all yet. Walk in with the smokes and see where you can get the drop on them when they are weakened at this point.
Oh, and they time it with the spray from Fur. They now know he's got to have gone back into Shadow, and he's going to be low on ammo. Had enough to try and take down 1, but Venton prevails in the duel. Fallen, scout in hand, good shot. Capitalizes on Fur's early damage, and FNX follows up with Twist, but it's traded back, and Venton with the second kill of his own in this particular round is going to make it back to a 3 versus 3, but only for a second. As Dennis falls, Bomb's not made it in. It's stuck outside a connector, and Lecro on low HP is the one holding it 9, but he wins the duel against FNX, who didn't know his position was there. It gives him a little bit of space to get inside, and that kill from Venton, who's now up to 3 in the round, has made it possible for Lecro to start to get toward the site. Cold still has potential to cut him off. They don't have the smokes. He's in the open now. Cold doesn't go for the peek. Almost does. That could have been a huge problem, because then Venton's got to come out from Firebox. Cold's got a face now. He's got to be the aggressor. Molotov's going to be slightly late to capitalize, and a nade does minor damage onto him. He's at 55, and Lecro's got it. 9 HP. He picks up 2.
How's Lecro getting away with this? He just had 1 bullet. That would have taken him down there. It was a real brawl on the A side. You could see the execution there from fnatic, though. This is like a really interesting style when you throw all the smokes and you're going in before they even bloom. The idea is you're trying to catch a CTs and rotations with nades in their hands. They get the initial kills there towards Shadow as well, but after some questionable pushes from the smokes with the T's there, SK bring it back to a winnable situation, but still, Lecro doing some fantastic work with the AK-47 there towards the steps area. 9 HP. He seems like he is kind of turning into a player you can rely on for these high-pressure situations as well. We haven't really seen him against these sort of teams just yet, and now he is suddenly delivering on all fronts. It's 8-3. Another semi-forced buy from SK. You can see it's going to be falling on the scout once again. Fur just a UMP. They've got some upgraded pistols to go with it, but fnatic have now won the half. This was SK's pick. And on the T side as well, this is actually pretty impressive so far from fnatic. After winning the pistol, they seem to that good start, and they're really starting to get quite deep in this map now.
And this is such an important game for them in the fact that if they go down in this, and Hellraisers continue to pick up maps off people, including if they beat fnatic even just once, they could go 3-3, which would be better than fnatic's possibility of 2 wins if they can't pick this one up. Fur got the gun poised and ready. He takes down Olaf, backs away slightly with the UMP. They're going to try and bring this over. Thankfully, Venton does capitalize again with the AK, so he is playing more in the entry role, and it's starting to show that he's got success in it. The one thing that they do attribute to him, it's nothing about mechanics, it's not even about game sense in that sense. He doesn't game lead, so obviously understands the game, but his personal awareness and clutch situation, it's his aim. They've always said that. Olaf and Dennis both say his aim is excellent.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Absolutely. Oh, Fallen. That was a shot he had to hit if he wanted to survive in that situation. It's going to be Cold 0 now, 4 versus 1. fnatic do find their 9th round here, unless Cold can do something ungodlike.
Twist did very well to get in that position, by the way, to slip through the 2 remaining CTs and the information from Cold. So Lecro's going to close it.
Well, And have a look at the cash coming in. It's starting to stabilize now for SK Gaming. It's going to be Lekro, 15 kills with him. Olofmeister, he's actually only got 2, to be fair. Hasn't really been much for him to actually pick up, and seeing as his teammates are doing such a fantastic job right now. Lekro, Twist, Dennis, all having some really impactful rounds so far. Olof had to be pretty quiet, but still, that can still be a factor going forward. Olof's waiting for his time to shine as we go into round number 13, as we've fallen back on the AWP. Some aggression here. He jumps out towards the window. Not committing towards the connector just yet, seeing if there was an initial exchange. Sort of a default here from Fnatic overall. They're more concentrating towards B though. You can see 2 players towards mid, 2 in the apartments, there's 1 at the A side.
The last time they did this though, so the switch in the default is basically it's 1 on either A in Palace and Lekro usually in B. And the change up is whether or not they put additional players in the B apartment to rotate then an underpass and go for the boost in window, or try and take connector, or if they just go 3 straight mid and brawl all the way down with the guns. So that's the way we've seen them kind of change this straight default throughout the course of this game, at least, and that seems to be seemingly more common as Lekro, again, is going to anchor this down. Now, watch for him to throw the window smoke. If he throws the window smoke, I imagine they'll try and get control of window via the boost from underpass, but the problem is, we just saw the position. Okay, he's moved. Cold Zero was sitting on the fence above it. That could have been huge. Fallen position, flash covered off, gets his vision back, does catch Dennis. So very good early pick from Fallen. We said they had to try and shut down Fnatic's potential at taking middle. They haven't really been successful doing it so far this game.
5 and 4. Time ticking away now for Fnatic. They do get connector presence as well. Lekro boosted up, like she said. FNXO doing what he can, only gets 1. Olofmeister starting to come to life now. Lekro continuing the good work here. It's just another brawl here on the A side. There's going to be 1 player standing there. It's going to be Fur. Taco chiming in though. Olofmeister left versus the 2v1. He's been quiet this game. If ever there was a time to step up, this would be it. 20 seconds remaining.
Missed timing on the gun switch and then can't get the flick set in time to catch Fur on the second peek. So 4 now for SK. The difference that time, okay, so we saw it. Lekro through the smoke. They did get mid-control by going in through the window, but Falling got the first pick, and the players inside they had the information they were coming through connector. The last time they made it through, it was FNX on the boost, or not at the boost, sorry, but the stack underneath the balcony, and he was above, not even looking. He was watching Palace and got caught off, so that was the round when Twist found 2 on entry.
Well then, SK Gaming managed to pick up round number 4. Fallen once again committed towards underpass, uses the smoke to give him some cover. He gets 1, but that's all again. Is this a chance to strike now for Fnatic? Will they be going all in? Smoke's going to hold off Benson, but Fur's waiting on the other side, takes him down.
And smart for Fur to move, because who has to jump and commit to the shot through the smoke.
Well, the adjustment comes in. It looks like Fnatic will be taking their players towards A. It still is an equal situation for now. It certainly does favour the terrorists, especially in this sort of map. You can see how far removed from the situation Taco is. He's all the way towards B. So 3 players going towards the A side as well, especially with no smoke to incendiaries. Fur and Cold Zero have got their work cut out for them. First, concentrated towards the window as well. They still have the AWP in the hands of Olof, so he's going to try and work the first pick before they even commit to this one. He can go to the top of the A ramp, scatter towards CD spawn. Seeming to be Dennis going in first, you know. Let's see what he can do here, but Cold Zero takes him down.
Good position from Cold. Immediately up on the box lineup, though. Flash comes through, and Fur can't capitalize after Twist catches Cold. He was left in the open, and vulnerable perhaps. 2 versus 2. Molotov will hold out Taco, and Twist is smart. Knows that if he can't come in through jungle, chances are he's going to connector. Gets position, but he looked away. He considered to see if he was waiting in jungle for the flames, and instead Taco capitalizes. It's Olaf again who has to clutch, and he misses once more. So a little bit off this game is Olaf, and SK capitalizing on 2 straight rounds will now find their 5th. Have found their fifth,
yes. Olofmeister should have been going down there. I think the corpse actually dropped from the connector, actually gave him a bit of cover as he's getting the bomb down there. His teammate drops it. I think that was Twist who, to be fair, they left themselves in a pretty open situation there. Connector would have always been a problem. He's standing in the open. The CT has the benefit of the steps and can just show his head. So Olaf does get the bomb down, but you're right, still having a rough game here. He's on 3 for 10 right now. 9 to 5. SK Gaming looking to pick up this last round and get himself firmly back into this one. If Fnatic can find double figures, they'll be very happy with the first half. But this time he'll be jumping out. Just how he wanted to get towards the ladder room there. Just fails to jump slightly. Now will be the final round of the first half here. A very heavy A-sided commitment here. We saw Fnatic burst in with the smoke before they'd even bloomed last time. Maybe doing the same sort of play here. It's more of a contact. It's running through that initial smoke, getting towards Tetris.
Fallen does take down Olaf, but he found Fur beforehand.
It's Dennis that went down.
You're right. The Meister thing does confuse me still sometimes.
Yeah, understandable.
Either way, FNX flashed up as conceding the bomb plant, has to wait for his teammates to get in a better position. Fallen has fallen well down the stairwell, so as not leave himself vulnerable in this post plant, let his teammates also rotate in. So now they'll start to go. 3 kits. Fallen's the only one without. He's the one in the EWP, though, so he shouldn't be the one getting aggressive to try and get in toward the defuse. FNX. It's Sprays in Shadow to check, but look at this rotation. Look at the flank right now. Olaf, he's gone all the way around. He's got them lined up in front, sees a second as well, but no need to face it. He's got Cold distracted, goes back in. A little bit early, but Cold now, the last man standing in a 1 versus 3, does find Twist. Knows Lekro's in behind Firebox with the nade trajectory, but he's on 3 HP, and that's enough for Venton to make it a 10-5 half.
Very impressive result there from fnatic. After winning the pistol, they end up with 10 rounds there, starting to hit some big clutches and not even having to rely on them as well. Lekro stepping up with some tremendous rounds, especially towards that A site when they're up against it, when the exchanges are equal. He's pushing in, he's being confident, he's finding the initial shots. We said he had great aim. He's displaying it in this game alone. Dennis got them out of some tight situations as well. And that's what's actually probably pretty good news here. They don't have to rely on Olaf Meister every time, who's considered at one point in his game to be the absolute best player in the world. He's not even the headline act in this situation against SK when they're winning 10-5 in the first half. That's a really cool storyline. That these players, the younger guys, are unheard of relatively compared to the others, are actually able to deliver some really good performances so far.
Just trying to get a read on the emotions right now from SK as well.
They're always composed, right?
Yeah, but considering, you know, what Taz said, you know, they're young, you could break them. They knew that if they could get in their heads, they could take advantage of the rivalry. You kind of got to wonder what the young guys are thinking when they're in these situations where they're down. And there was a little bit of grim face on both fnatic and Cold to some extent, but like you said, they are pretty composed. They've got experience. They know they have the skill. It's just a matter of pulling it out at the right times. Dennis is going to start this off, though, in favor of fnatic, which is pretty big when you consider the scoreline right now and the fact that they're starting out on the CT side in this half. And Olaf followed up on Taco. They're going to get a bomb out of this. But it's 5 men on the retake, and there is a kit still in play on Venton. Furret corner anticipates a flash coming through a little bit sooner than it does. Does have his vision back in time, but all 3 players around the corner. Dennis gets the shot. Cold's only able to pick up 1, but his swing back in gets behind them, but only for a moment. Just picks up 1. Dennis is there, and it's going to be the defuse and the pistol round to fnatic.
Well, there it is. It's going to be SK with a little ruse there towards the A site. Dennis deals with them pretty swiftly. He actually funnels them back towards the A site, and Dennis coming into that B retake gets 4 kills. Renowned as one of the best pistol players in the game right now, especially with our silenced USP, manages to deliver a really nice performance there and picking up a much-needed pistol. So on train, it was fnatic that lost both pistols on their pick. They move it to SK's pick, and they're managing to pick up pistols themselves. So, you know what, it all balances out. Both teams win 2, and it's going to be round number 17 as we go into this one. It is going to be the force buy from SK. Here we go then. This is where things get turned up again. It's going to be fnatic with the AK-47. It's pretty untraditional to bring this in. It was very common in Source 1.6. We don't see it that often as CSGO. fnatic with the AK, focusing towards B. It could work out if they run into an SMG player towards B. That's going to be Lekro. He's actually got a FAMAS. Decent nade and could do some considerable damage. Oh my god, it does indeed.
Yeah, that's big. When you add up the damage in total. Taco going to try and rush in on Lekro, take advantage, but he's already reset with that FAMAS in a better position. He's got 1 player in the site that he's not aware of. Somehow he stays alive a little bit longer than I would have expected, but Olaf was there to catch Fur. He does go down in the end, Lekro to Fallen. Now it's Twist on the rotation and down to just Cold. Zera, he's picked up an AK though. He's got armor. He's got a spray on Venton. 2 kills to his name. 46, I take that back, no armor, but he's got 46 HP, down to 25 tag through the bench. He knows where both are at this point. Time coming out, headshot lined up, can't pull the trigger fast enough, and Twist will hold on for fnatic. That gets scary.
That definitely did. Cold Zera, in that sort of scenario, he's got an AK as well, and you're all running at him before he even plants. He's not even trying to fake out of the plant at that point. Maybe getting a bit ahead of himself from that point. It was a really nice round from there. Lekro delivering once more. He gets a nice nade in, softens him up as they come towards the B side. He takes 2 kills down with him as well. Olaf backs him up, but never count out Cold Zera in those situations. You all need to be very careful, have your wits about you. As we get to round number 18, fnatic managing to negate the force buy there on the second round from fnatic. That's strange for them to do it. Obviously, they're trying to actually send a message out, maybe throw something in they wouldn't expect, but they're ready for it. And Twist, he gets him lined up an underpass, but can't connect the initial shots, but Olaf's there to back him up. They get 3 kills, bomb dropped as well. Cold Zera and Taka remain, but Venton deals with the first player and the second as well. Why not? Both headshots with the UMP. 13 rounds now. What a task is this for SK? Money's not going to be great after that force buy. You can see they have got enough for AKs across the board. Certainly won't have the AWP. So 5 AK-47s. They have got 5 smokes, a couple of Molotovs to go with it. Flashbangs as well. But certainly not an ideal situation. But this is when it gets interesting, mate. You can see fnatic, they're keeping the SMGs, they're keeping the UMP, the FAMAS. For me, I'd probably be calling it something aggressive. You're going to work for the first pick, maybe towards A-ramp, push in, try and get the first pick, use close range situations, and it looks like that might be happening. 7 and 6. That is Twist and Venton with that SMG. Flash comes in, Venton looks towards it.
They're going to push A main.
Flash over,
UMP.
surely.
It's not there. It was a smoke, but it doesn't matter. Twist hits the shot on Taco.
Wow. They're looking confident right now. Assertive, I like it.
I like it. Olaf as well. Could go for a wide peek. Fallen not ready. Bomb drop temporarily, though, because Cold is in position to grab it and get the refrag against Olaf. Goes low, though.
Yeah, he dinks him in return. That's actually massive from Olaf. He keeps the man advantage and takes another player down to 1 bullet potential. That's enough. That's good. Well then, we have one player in T-spawn, that's FNX. His teammates, we have one in connector. And the bomb towards the window area. Don't think he's boosted in. Might be, I can't tell from the minimap. I doubt it.
For...
Oh,
this is perfect, yeah. Knows exactly where he is, walks out. Easy assassination. Ooh, Twist does get FNX though. This will start to bring it back. Because now it's just 2 remaining for SK. 42 seconds. Got bombed. Dennis, lovely shot. Fur gone already. It's cold. As we mentioned, he was brought down to 1 bullet from Olaf in that 1-for-1 out in middle. 1-for-1.5, I guess you could say, in that case. He's got 9 HP. Knows Dennis is in behind Firebox, but doesn't have any nades to try and work with. And backpedaling over toward window. As soon as he gets to the vent, he's not exactly going to be peaked, but if he goes toward the checkered room, Dennis is there. And Twist and Sandwich is going to spot this on cross. He's on 20 though himself, so Cold, if he finds him first, could hit the shot and at least get that kill. Won't get that far. 14 rounds for fnatic. They could get the 1-1 split that they desperately need.
Yeah.
And then the boots on the other foot, because then you look at SK. That leaves them 1-3, having lost 2 to Virtus Pro. They play Hellraisers. If Hellraisers split 1-1 with fnatic and split 1-1 with SK, it's this SK on the chopping block.
Yeah, this group has just got very interesting now. Well then, SK won't be forcing into this round. 1 more will mean match point for fnatic as well. So, trying to keep their money a little bit more honest. They're going to need 10 rounds in a row after they presumably lose this one. They still can win it with the Deagles and Tech 9s, but doesn't look to be the case. Twist lighting them up at the start of the round. FNX and Cold Zero drop. It's going to be a 5-on-2 as quickly as that. And Twist, hungry for more, just get taken down eventually. Need to calm down now. Don't want to drop any more frags. Guaranteed the round. Don't need to give any cash away. Olaf Meister looking to finish things off there. Just Fur, he remains with the bomb in hand.
Dennis is waiting to make sure Fur can't re-enter in toward middle from that underpass position. He's going to try it, but greeted by an 2 AKs. And never mind. Bullets aren't exactly welcoming. Quick pop flash, right click, up in the air, down it goes. Dennis not spotted by that, not blinded rather by that, does take the shot. And as you say, round was secure, no need to get overly aggressive. It's going to put them on map point. And that means SK 1-3 have to go against Hellraisers, who have been the upset team. They have to sweep them.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually decided, right? That's the last game of their group, is it? Is it Virtus Pro, fnatic? Yeah, that would be...
Yeah, and if they even split that 1-1, if Hellraisers pick up
then it goes
one
down to
map...
head-to-head, which...
No, it wouldn't even go to head-to-head, because Hellraisers, therefore, would be 3 wins. SK would only have 2.
That's right, that's nuts.
SK would be out.
I kind of just... Yeah, that's funny.
That's insane. The desk will break that down afterward, I'm sure. That's what they're here for. They've got to do something.
Let's get into this one. Potentially the last round here. I don't think it will be. Let's see what SK can get back into it. It's going to be the bomb down towards the B apartments for now. They have got the AWP. They didn't force up in the previous one. They are allowing fnatic to get to map point here. 10 rounds now required to take it to overtime. That's a hell of a tall order. But if there was a team to do it, these would be probably your first candidates to see what they can do here. With the AWP, they still have 4 smokes available. Molotovs as well. A couple of flashbangs to chuck into the mix. Olaf my step. Backing up Dennis my step. You can see Dennis, he's watching underpass. Olaf watches top and mid. It's a nice little combo they've got going on. Does work quite nicely. Dennis does change his positioning. What a shot that is, though. Takes down Paul, and that's the AWP and a double as well. Bomb goes down. This could be it. 5 versus 3. Bomb down. Dennis doing some tremendous work here to get them in a great situation.
Taco trying to walk out onto the balcony and spam down between triple. No one's there. Molotov goes out behind him. He's already fading off of this. They've got to get the bomb back. Fur's going to be the one to lead the charge in doing so. Nade behind the boxes. Not a bad thought, because it's with bomb down, a position where someone could be trying to stay aggressive and find more kills, but it's smarter than that from fnatic. They don't want to overextend and give away a kill in return, so everyone's turtled up inside of the sites. And now with 26 seconds, SK, they've got to make a play, and they've got to make it fast. Molotov into connector. Fur's shut down, even though the smoke comes out. Olaf's on 11, but he gets by the Molotov. Fur was waiting still with the AK. Now it's down to 3 versus 4, but Twist waiting inside jungle. Low HP as well on Fur. Bomb down, that's over. 8 seconds, Taco can't do anything. 7, even if he gets the bomb back, nothing he can do to plan it. fnatic's going to take it 16-5 as well. Very convincing.
Who would have saw that coming? Like, this tournament has been so strange, right? The fact that fnatic pick Train, they get rolled over on that one. They come onto SK's map and beat them 16-5. Nothing really makes sense here today, but I'm happy for Fnatic. That's actually a really solid performance. And like I said, they're not relying on the likes of Olaf Meister here. The young guns are stepping up. The unknown quantities are actually showing they can go toe-to-toe with some of the world's best in this case, and actually giving us a very entertaining game of CS overall as well.
Yeah, Venton's sick on entries, and Lekro plays a very substantial role in the default, getting the smoke toward the mid-window for the boost, holding off to make sure no one's going to push through. He finds good trade kills as well. Twist definitely had some great rounds with the AWP, including a clutch when they were on an eco that nearly, I mean, it didn't win the round okay, so you can't, how much impact did it have? It forced out some reinvestment, but it shows that he was hitting the shots, and we said that he would have to. From SK's side, though, we said they were going to do everything in their power, and it looked like in the pistol round as well that was going to be true with the stack on Cat, to hold off mid-control, and they couldn't get it. They couldn't find it at all. Fallen hit maybe 3 op shots early in rounds to give them the advantage, and then immediately Fnatic had a plan to get mid back.
Yeah, Fnatic just putting out all the stops there. Like those rounds in the second half as well. Like they win the pistol, get the 3-0, then they're keeping the SMGs, they're pushing. They know exactly what they have to do there. They're up against an SMG Famous, pushing low around, they're finding the kills. Not even down to like the good utility users, just raw aim there, just facing them, challenging them, confident enough. They're not rattled by these big names, the best team up against them. They're showing what they can bring to the table. Mirage is not really a map Fnatic are known to play that much. So it's
not with this lineup.
Not with this lineup, of course. And yeah, to actually batter someone like SK, like we said, we built it up in the pregame. This is their map that actually brought them into the scene, is what actually got people interested in the lineup
Cloud
originally,
9.
right?
Yeah, Kaboom at the time.
So that's kind of an interesting, confusing result overall, but still one I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Now, like we said, for SK, this does mean they're 1-3 going against Hellraisers. They drop one map, Hellraisers is through, and SK's gone. It's that scary right now for them. Nuts. It's incredible. With that said, we'll throw it back over to the desk. They'll break it down this game and the whole group, I'm sure.
So much power put into the